Okay, finally I can do this. Yeah, because today we are making bass house and I use a sample pack that I missed a lot. Bass house. But stay to the end because I have one key tip for modern bass house tracks that you really don't want to miss it. So I wanted to make a track in this style, and for this I'm gonna set the BPM to 126. Okay, Pucho once again wants to say hi when I'm recording. Okay, he hates that, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna continue. So let's start with the drums. I'm gonna go to bass house, kick, yeah, and some claps. This one too. I like to start with the drums, so this is the kick and clap, and I added an extra kick to add more rhythm. And I actually think we could add a drum loop, maybe to feel it a little bit more. Yeah. But I keep this for the second part only. It's funny because I already made the track, but yeah, I just want to show you how I started. By the way I mixed these toms, I EQ'd them to add more power, but the main thing is here in the has. This is a free plugin. Basically this makes it more stereo, but I'll tell you why and more later in the video, because this is important. And we want to keep the low frequencies in mono, so there it is. Then I like to move to the stabs because I like to have the main structure, so I went to the bass house extension, the stabs, bonuses, and yeah, this is the one that I added. But it needed more power, so I went again to the extension and selected one of the main growls, in this case the growl monster. This is without any effect. I layered it with the growl pen, I shaped a little bit the sound here, and I also added a glide effect, because like this it was so boring. All the layers together. Then I sent them to a bass channel and I added OTT, reverb, but I'm using it mainly for an automation, also frequency balance for this, and kickstart, pretty simple processing. I created this automation, basically I want it to hit, but then to have like a reverse reverb, and increasing it with the volume balance here, but I don't want it in a long tail, so here I'm muting it. For the second part we want another stuff and different, so in this case we have the same lead monster, growl scary, the bass reboot, and this extra bass that plays right after the main growls. Same automation, but I added a vocal chop and a shot. For the lead I added the growl supreme, and that's everything we need because I wrote this melody. As you can see, I'm adding another layer, but you can barely hear it, so yeah, I don't really care. This just makes it a little bit more powerful. I processed this lead, adding a bit of reverb, which I'm automating the mix, OTT, Saturn, quite a lot of EQ. You can see that I'm removing the lows from the sides, but I'm also boosting the mids from the mids. Fresh air to add a little bit more of brightness. This EQ that I'm using for filtering and kickstart. This is how it sounds with effects. Quite big. The interesting part comes with the reverb and pitch automation, and I didn't mention this, but I wanted this drop to be an A-B drop. So we have one lead and then we'll have another one. So we have the pitch automation and the reverb. Not too much to mention here, you can see how the automation goes, and you'll see how it adds a lot of movement and makes it more interesting. Bro, I just got a message, I'll share the screenshot here, but it says, why the ex-guy wears gloves? To keep his mix clean. Bro, his name is Rahul, I just got distracted for this, I'm sorry. On the second part I found this vocal. I pitched it up a bit and added some EQ. I selected the bass approve. I'm also layering with 2 chords. Very soft in the background, and for the bass I added Decapitator, OTT, EQ, Reverb, which again I'm automating the mix, as well as Pretty Balance where I'm automating the volume, and Kickstart. Same thing here, I'm adding a pitch, a volume, and a reverb automation to add like a kind of washout effect. One of the key elements of the track is in this extra tip. To make your sounds more powerful and more present, you can add white noise. This is quite simple. I went to the bonus effects section of Banghouse, white noise, and I selected, I think, yeah, this one. I shaped a little bit, I wanted more of the highs, and of course added Kickstart. The key here is to chop it where the lead is playing. I'm also layering the staff. This is without. And with. But after studying many tracks in the genre, I think that the most important thing is the ear candy. So I'll tell you in simple words, you can basically start adding a bunch of sounds, hand them to the sides, and the key here is to add contrast. You want one sounds in the mono and others in stereo, you want sounds louder than others, and if you want pan sounds to the sides to keep it interesting. So here I added all of these extra sounds as ear candy that helps the drop be interesting and especially adds groove. I'll show you some of this because I think this is very important and not many people show this. We have a bunch of fills, reverses, and a lot of percussion sounds. This is the tom that I mentioned that it's stereo, but I personally love these 2 layers. This is a clock and this is a loop, which make it very interesting. These are actually from the EDM pack we are working on with Ofive. It's not released yet, but check the link in the description if at the time you're watching this is already released. And yeah, we have also some impacts and this alarm from the second part. Also for the drop I added a bass or synth fill. I selected the King bass, which this is how it sounds. Very fat. And for the processing, yeah, yeah, actually we have no processing, like just one reverb. This is sick. And I'm using this reverb for the build-up only, so there's no processing. For the build-up sound effects, atmosphere sounds. I built a drum fill from the EDM pack, the same clock as before, and the filter lead, snares, and some kicks later. I forgot the synth fill. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. I have to do the YouTube stuff, so if in some way you like or this video was helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn the notifications on so I can keep uploading this video. It helps a lot. So now, yeah, let's go to the full final result. Sick, and I almost forget to say that there's a free bass house pack in the link in the description. You can check it out. And now that you're around there, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn the notifications on if this was helpful in some way. If you like this style, watch this video now, which is a Blue R Seth Hills style track that I made. I try to show all the essential points, so you probably want to check that out. My name is Guy. Click here and see you there.